I see a still of you in the front row.
I think it's going now. Do you do live streams vertical?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, turn it off.
We're live.
Turn it off. Okay. No one is here. No one loves us.
That's not true either. I'll share it. Give me a second.
Get Eric in here.
God, you're so mean. Oh my God, shut up, Miles.
Here's my new freezer. I got it for $60, and would you imagine it doesn't even work?
Got a receipt too.
I got a receipt.
Got a receipt.
Got the proof.
Don't show him the technical drawing.
So this is a super deep freeze, and apparently this can do negative 80 Celsius, which is like negative 120 Fahrenheit or something.
I'll do the conversion.
Okay, Ian's doing the conversion. It's really, really low. I replaced the battery in it, so all that's, I think it needs coolant or the Freon or whatever. But then we'll have a super deep freeze, and we can, one, get more consistent bending when doing large batches, and two, we can do some cryo, like, freezing instrument tests to see if it's all BS, which it is.
For our American viewers, minus 80 Celsius converts to minus 112 Fahrenheit.
Yep.
Which means nothing to anybody.
112. It's like opposite of now.
It's like opposite of hot.
Oh yeah, True New Yorker said consistent bending in large batches is lit. Yes, it is. Because I just bent like 20 bells a couple weeks ago, and I had to do it in 3 batches in my little Home Depot freezer.
True New Yorker's Eric.
Is that Eric?
Yes.
Okay. Fuck you, Eric.
All right, let's do some.
Okay.
We're doing bells. Introduce
Yeah,
the people.
we're
What are we doing, Miles?
We're making a bell. I have a customer coming tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning, so we can bend this bell and put it on his rotary trumpet.
And it's currently 9:30 at night.
It is
12-hour turnaround. That's what we do.
That's what we offer.
Eric said, "Whoa, chill with the hostility, fellas." Cupcakes. You got cupcakes. Eric, you want a cupcake? Could have been here. Could have been you eating that icing.
Okay. Thankfully, we have bell lengths. I did these all by myself. I didn't have any help.
No help at all.
No one would help me.
You.
So, let me make a bell.
How do I make a bell? I don't.
So I gotta break the back.
Oh God, we're like making a bell. Jeez.
Oh yeah, it's like we make bells.
To work.
Where's that hammer at? It's already like half broken. It's already steamrolled. Why did I switch this around?
Get a hot. Where is the video hammer?
I don't know. I kind of lost it. You see it?
I had it last week. I used it. Oh, I used it up front. Going on an adventure, folks. Sorry for the shaky cam. You're not missing much anyway. He's just hammering that bell over and over again. The Vinny hammer was up here. Is it up here? Where can it have gone? There it is. That's the Vinny hammer. This is a chunker. You didn't lose it, Miles. I just moved it on you. No, it doesn't. Don't you lie like this hammer flip. Nailed it.
Thank you.
Oh, we got a comment. Who commented? Eric said, dang, don't be moving his stuff. He also said, oh yeah, hammer that bell.
Every stroke is for you, Eric.
Got at least one viewer, that's for sure.
He's very enthusiastic. He must really like instruments.
Tell Sam and David to open the video too.
you
We
gotta
need as many views as we can get.
Why wouldn't anyone watch on 9:30 on a Sunday?
On 9:30.
Cool. It's ready for inside spinning.
Get a hot.
Now we'll do the first round dry.
Ooh, first round. Cold first round. Oh my god, are you really spinning on this lathe? Look at what is all this shit?
That's screws.
This is not a screw.
No, you see yeah, it's a screw.
Oh my god. You got borescopes? What the hell? What is all this crap?
Those aren't borescopes. These are
Is that not what that's called?
Avon uses them.
Inside diameter measurement tools.
Boom. First round.
Boom. Oh, we got a second viewer. Theo's back.
Oh,
I thought
Theo.
it was Friday with a questioning emoji face.
Oh. What did I put on the thing?
Did you put Saturday bell making party again? I don't know. I'll do this and then I'll go look. He's annealing a bell right now. Very loud in there, so we're gonna come out here. Oh, he did name it Saturday bell party. Oh my god. You named it Saturday bell party again.
Dang it. Gonna mess up our SEO.
Theo's caught you slacking.
God damn it. Theo.
Theo, you win the contest. You win.
Well,
You win
that's
1
it.
point.
Cool down, and I'm gonna eat a cupcake.
Cupcake. Look at all scrap. Look at all scrap. Eat the flour.
Are you sure? I don't know. Now I think it's less edible.
Eat the flour.
Because
I
it has-
ate a piece. It's edible. I
Okay,
promise.
there's a hot bell.
I'm not that. I'm built different.
Yeah.
It's edible. Oh my god. What are you doing? Whoop. Coming for us. The Saturday bell party. It's getting busted. What are we doing, Miles?
We're letting this thing cool off.
And then what are we doing? Second round of spinning?
Yep, inside spinning. What?
Smells like gas.
Because that thing leaks.
Jesus.
I turned the thing off.
Jesus. Is this the T-hand? Oh, no. Spinning it. It's not hot. Don't spin your bells hot. Jack them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some dirty kid on YouTube told me that.
Really?
Yeah, don't work your brass when it's hot.
You really like glommed onto that one.
Huh?
You really glommed onto that one.
Glommed onto what?
That don't work your brass when it's hot.
Oh man, we're down to one viewer.
Well, it's about to get exciting.
You get a hole?
I see a hole. I see a place in the seam that I missed when I was brazing.
Brazier shut.
Brazier shut, boys.
Or get another one of your bell blanks.
Man, we can brazier shut.
Brazier shut. Doing some brazing. Make it hot. Oh, blew it out. Blew it out.
Oxygen's set up really high right now. Brazier shut.
That light is so bright. Ooh. Boom.
Now we want the full flow in.
Just like I taught you. Man, you can't see any of that on camera. It's just a big white dot.
Good.
There you go. You can see it now.
It's the secret
Now that you
sauce.
Moved it away. Boom. It's braised hole closed. Braised
It's like
closed.
very uncommon. I want people to know that. People are gonna be like, "That's why you don't do butt."
Oh, these bells are so bad. The butt seams, they'll break. They're gonna break. They're not as strong. What are you hanging a truck from your trumpet bell? No.
My German friends once sent me a picture of a like people, it's like a trope. Like whenever they're redoing the street outside an instrument repair shop, they'll like throw horn instruments under the rollers for the asphalt. And Friends of Germany did that with like an older horn with like a lot of teeth in it, and they're like, it didn't split open. So like I think they're redoing the street in front of the building like next week or something. So I'm gonna try to throw one with a butt seam in front of it, so it's not gonna split open because that doesn't really happen.
That's not a thing. That's not
really
how
a
you.
thing that happens. Just for tits and pickles, you know.
Basically, what it's saying is the teeth in a brazed seam don't do anything.
Well,
They just make it.
do.
They make it more difficult to work.
They make it harder to work, but they make it easier to fold at volume. It's a lot easier to train a 17-year-old child in,
17-year-old Dieter in
yes.
Germany.
It's
Old
a lot
Hans.
easier to train someone to fold a teeth.
A teeth.
Fold a seam with teeth than it is to fold and braze a butt seam. Because here's the thing, folding isn't the hard part; it's brazing. Makes you feel alive. There we go. That's all it is. Now me and you.
That bell's done. Woo! Send it off.
Yeah.
Another satisfied customer.
Now we anneal.
Anneal. Gonna get loud. Here we go. Getting dark. You need to buy a new Tiger torch.
Yeah, I do.
It like smells a lot like gas back here.
Yeah.
We got another fantastic comment from one of our loyal viewers.
Yeah.
Justin Shaw said,
Okay.
I appreciate a nice butt.
He's a butt guy.
Good. It's just a nice butt seam.
He's got good taste.
Anyway, this is the shop. It's a wreck right now, but it's all right. If you have any questions, you can ask Miles O'Malley himself directly.
Yes, it is me.
If you have a question, anything about anything, ask about life.
True. AMA.
Get into your feelings. What's your favorite album?
Please don't ask me wrong feelings.
What's your favorite album?
Right now or like ever?
Right now.
Are we talking like rock music, not classical? Like modern music, not like, I mean, because...
If you're getting in the car, you're driving to Kansas City, 8 hours in the car, what's the first album you're playing when you drive? Assuming you're listening
right
to an
now,
album.
What's my favorite album right now?
Right now.
I've been getting really into Fleetwood Mac.
Okay. That's some new band, some new up and coming band.
No, but ever. So ever for classical music.
What kind of Fleetwood Mac though? Like Rumors or?
Rumors.
Yeah.
Rumors is really good.
Hey, it's a good album.
Um,
It's kind of dark when you think about it.
Favorite classical album ever is Claudio Botto with Berlin doing Mahler 2. It's just like freaking ridiculous.
He's a Mahler boy, if you can't tell.
Favorite rock album ever? Traveling Wilburys Volume 1. Doesn't get better than that.
Okay. I'll have to look that up.
You've heard all the songs over and over.
Probably. But I have to look
Claire.
it up. Huh?
Handle with Claire.
Handle with Claire, your sister?
Yes.
Gotcha. Holy crap, we're all the way up to 5 viewers.
Woo!
We're killing it. Man, this YouTube game is easy. So for those of you that are just joining us, working on a rotary trumpet bell.
Yeah, C rotary.
Customer's coming to pick it up in less than 12 hours. You got plenty of time. As long as they don't end up in your parking lot, I'm fine with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw something cool today.
Someone cool or something cool?
Both.
Okay.
A instrument maker.
Is the someone me?
No, it's not. You're not very good.
Damn it.
An instrument maker in Germany named Fabian Huber. He's like younger. I think he's like maybe a year older than me. Probably maybe like your age. He makes like bass trumpets, like rotary bass trumpets. They're kind
Gotcha.
of cool. And he makes bells and like bends bows and stuff. He's like kind of the real deal, unlike everyone else in Germany. Oh, yeah, that noise. He did a bass trumpet that he didn't do any like it was as spun finish, and like everywhere except for where solder joints were, he did clean up, and like he just left it kind of like as is. But
Gotcha.
Like, unlike 90% of German instruments, it's not covered in hammer rash. It's like actually like really nice.
Have to check that out.
Like,
how much do you want for it?
I don't know if he was selling it. I think it was just kind of like.
As a joke,
cool.
I'm not a bass trumpet player.
It takes a lot of balls
To be a German.
Sure, but to not clean up because most people like will bend something, get ripples, and then like file and
Hammer and sand the shit out of it.
He did all that so well that you could not tell that it had ripples in the first place. Takes a lot of balls to do that.
Huevos.
Takes some sacks, some real sacks.
So as you might be wondering, we just annealed with the lights on. Usually when you turn the lights off, you can see the color a lot better. And no. Mine was just damn professional.
How are we doing on battery?
We're at 19 minutes on the video. 32% batteries.
Okay.
We got another like 5 minutes in us.
We're good.
Easy there.
What's your favorite album right now?
Oh, what have I been? I've been listening to shuffle lately. So, YouTube Music has a setting where you can shuffle all of your albums together.
I hate that.
So I've been listening to anything from Pearl Jam to Halsey to The Strokes to Iron Maiden to Mumford & Sons, Kings of Leon, a little bit of everything.
I think you have like the most annoying taste in music ever.
I listen to a lot of different music.
It's very annoying.
But an album I can recommend to people is the new Abnormal by The Strokes. It's pretty good.
So now we're just doing the pulling back. Before we were doing the poking out. And all this does is take the existing material and wrap it back, increasing the diameter. The pull out is what gives you the change in thickness. one more round? Usually have a ruler somewhere.
I lost.
Oh,
You should, yeah, one right here. Yeah, I was gonna say you should nail one to the table. There's one already nailed there.
That on multiple occasions.
There's already this is oh no, never mind. It's just buried in shit.
We're sitting at 5 and 5/8. Our target for this bell pattern is 6 inches, so probably 2 more rounds to be honest. But we'll see if we can get pretty dang close in one.
Let's do one. Oh man, that's.
What are you laughing at?
I didn't look at our viewer count for a little while.
It's 0.
It's 1. Justin's still here. Justin said Tenacious D is good for a road trip. I can dig Tenacious D for a little bit, but I couldn't binge them.
What's one of their songs?
Kickapoo. I really only know Pick of Destiny stuff.
I don't know what that is.
It's a movie. It's Jack Black, and KG, Kyle Gass.
No idea who that is.
You don't know who Jack Black is?
I know Jack.
Yeah, he made this band in a movie. It's
okay.
Tenacious D. There you go. Tinnock. Our band will be called Tinnock.
I don't
What?
understand what's happening. So
It's a
Jack
movie.
Black's in multiple movies about rock and roll.
Yes, Jack Black's like the ultimate rock and roller.
Is he like an actual, or is he just like an actor?
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
You ever see him play the saxoboom?
No.
Bump, 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 bump.
Very confusing.
Hey, you know, you said time was going to go fast when we started the stream?
Yeah.
It's been 23 minutes already.
That's pretty fast.
Oh, I agree. It's been quick.
Just letting it air out a little bit.
Letting her cool off after a day in the sun. Ooh, Keith's got a good one. You're going to have a very interesting answer to this.
Who?
Finish spinning.
Who is this?
Keith Polito.
Oh,
Polito.
Yeah. Keith, how do you say your last name? Can you
He already told you. He wrote it in a comment forever ago when you were Polito.
Pudio.
I'm pretty sure it's just Polito.
Oh, okay. I'll take
Keith,
your word
feel
for
free to correct me. Keith asked, what's your favorite film score?
it. Me?
He said your.
Uh,
I can go first if you need time to think.
Yeah, you go first.
Recently, I watched the movie Baby Driver.
Favorite Driver's pretty good.
It has great music.
I think the guy in the movie's name is Miles.
Keith Polito. That's what he says. Polito.
See, I
Like
was-
Edgar Allan Poe, Lee Toe. Like on your foot.
See?
Polito.
What is my favorite movie score?
What's your favorite movie score? Baby Driver has a lot of good music.
That's not like a score, though.
It's
Kind of just
not.
like a movie with...
It's soundtrack.
yeah,
It's not
there
score.
you go.
But it's got great music. Highly recommend. It's also a pretty good movie.
I mean, like,
Greatest film score. Ooh, I'd have to think about that.
I grew up on Harry Potter or something. Harry Potter, but
Sure.
it's not like that good of music.
I really like Michael Giacchino stuff.
I don't know who that is.
He did The Incredibles. He did one of the most recent Star Trek or Star Warses, or all of the most recents. I'm not sure. He does great music. I think he did the Monsters University and like all those big like jazz big band scores and stuff. Yeah, he does good music.
I don't know. I'm really not into movie scores, to be honest.
Have the people seen The Basement? Do you want to show the basement?
People have seen the basement. Harry Potter's pretty good. It's about to get loud and you should walk away. It's real loud.
Bah! It's no louder than the torch.
Don't hang out over here.
Justin said, check out the album Tenacious D. Pick a Destiny is trash. So that's the only Tenacious D I know. I probably know some of their other songs, so I'll have to look them up. Thank you for your recommendation, Justin. Tenacious D, the album, yes.
The band and the movie?
Yeah.
Are they connected?
Well, Pick of Destiny is the movie. Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny, and the album Pick of Destiny.
Is it a movie first or a band first?
That's a great question that Justin can probably answer, unless he wants me to Google it. That I cannot answer that honestly. It's kind of like oh man, I can't think of the name. There's a song that I know that the song, the band, and the album are all the same name. It's just like they like that concept, so they used it for all three.
Yeah. Does anyone have any instrument questions?
Justin said it was the band first,
Okay,
and
that
then they
makes
made a
sense.
movie.
Imagine they made like a spoof movie.
Is that pre-School of Rock?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Imagine they made like a spoof movie, and then like they realized halfway through the movie that they like playing together.
Like, wait,
It became a band.
dude, we sound good. Foo Fighters was just recording a movie. Dave Grohl's studio, he calls his studio 606, and they were recording a movie called Studio 666, and it was about how like the band gets freaking taken over by demons and like do crazy stuff.
Really?
I don't know. I don't think the movie's been released yet. What?
It's gonna be really loud. You should go in there. And I'll be.
You guys want to watch this? You want me to put it on a tripod?
It's gonna be really loud.
It's gonna be really loud. You got ears for me?
Yeah.
Where are Adam's ears? Adam keeps his ears.
They used to be like over here, the green ones.
Where's their box of plugs? I'll just get a set of plugs in.
Box of plugs. I don't know you put them somewhere.
They were on the shelf. Yeah, they're on the shelf.
Here's the green one.
You want me to just use those?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easier. One moment, please. I'm going to take the charger out of your phone. There's no sense of me carrying it around.
Okay. How we doing? How many friends we got?
Got 5 people
That's
right
pretty
now.
good.
Not bad. It's like 4 more friends than I normally
Better
have.
than last time.
This is going to be really loud, just so you
Really
know.
loud.
Boom. Oh, he threw it on the floor and then fell over. So he calls this a special something. It's like a planishing hammer on steroids. Just a metal planishing hammer.
Yeah, it's a finishing hammer.
It's just metal on metal. It's just
And
to
all that does is-
pound out the seam.
Gets it really smooth up by where the bead's gonna sit, so that if your bead's uneven up here where the seam is, it's gonna fuck off on you.
It's gonna do bad things.
It's gonna do bad things, and you're gonna have a big scrap. So now we anneal the whole thing and get it on the mandrel.
Boom, annealing
The mandrel.
the mantrol. And this needs to be done by 2 or 3 guys.
2 or 3 guys. Look at that pre-lit torch.
It's lit. Well, it's doing weird things.
No one has any instrument-related questions? They only want to know about things.
If anybody has instrument-related questions, let us know. Justin said Dave Grohl is on the Tenacious D album. He's also in the Pick of Destiny. He plays the devil.
Who's Dave Grohl?
Dave Grohl is he was the drummer for Nirvana, like the drummer. There was an original drummer whose name I don't know, and you probably don't either. Dave Grohl was the famous drummer of Nirvana. He's now the frontman for Foo Fighters. All around for Foo Fighters. Well, Nirvana doesn't exist anymore because R.I.P. Kurt Cobain. Too soon. Too soon. So Dave is now the frontman of Foo Fighters. Ooh, that's a really good soundtrack. No, there's a movie called Sound City, Reel to Reel, where Dave Grohl went and bought the soundboard from a recording studio in L.A. I think it's in L.A. called Sound City, and it was where Nirvana recorded Nevermind, and like Tom Petty recorded a bunch, and that's where Fleetwood Mac formed. Highly recommend. Check out Sound City, Reel to Reel. It's the Dave Grohl project. Look at all the S braces.
We got Z braces.
Oh, I can't zoom in. Look at all the S braces.
Anyone need nickel silver Z braces?
Get them.
The only place in the world you can get good looking ones.
Well.
These are like nice sculpted ones. These are ones that cool people want.
Well.
Not peons.
Well, once you get the good batch, they'll be good.
No, these ones are fine. They just need more cleanup. That one hasn't been sanded yet.
So you had some.
They had some boogers on
Had some casting issues.
They were nice and boogery.
So we got some like that.
They'll clean up.
We got some like. Where's one with the really ugly middle? There was one over here. There you go. You get some boo boos like that.
I got some. We put one on the show one.
Oh, we might have an instrument question.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Well, it's kind of an instrument question. Here they are installed, cleaned up.
Yeah. Nice and pretty.
Not too bad. We still need to do a lot of cleanup on this horn. This is a rough prototype.
Yeah, Ian put it together, so it's a little
I
rough.
slammed it together one night with super glue and epoxy.
What's our question?
Keith asked, what's the status of the pacemaker?
Oh.
Still waiting to place an order for a bunch of Mirafone 186 bells.
Yeah. So
I'll show you the status of the pacemaker. You got a chuck down there. You got the spindle still taped off. Cross slide is somewhere. Got a crossbow on. Oh, it's not a crossbow. It's a compound bow, but still.
It's a hybrid.
So, if that answers your question,
The pacemaker is taking a back seat.
there's cross slide down there, tool post, steady rest.
So here's the deal. I didn't really need to buy the pacemaker. I just kind of wanted to. And now, literally the week after I bought this machine, I got 10 other projects that came in that are more important. So
And we'll make more money immediately.
Will actually make money.
You wanted a pacemaker just for the clout.
It was a little bit of a clout chase, also ego, and someday when I get it back together and Andrew hooks it up, it'll be a great machine.
That's the thing. He gives Andrew so much crap for Andrew's LeBlanc lathe.
Yeah.
But your lathe of equivalent size doesn't even turn on.
Equivalent size? What are you talking about? This thing's a behemoth compared to his. My lathe.
Theo asked, how much is Mirafone charging for the 186 bell?
I don't know. That's a good question for Keith. Keith is like the tuba dude.
Keith the tuba guy. Keith, you plan to, if you would like to weigh in. Justin said,
about $800.
receiver counter bore jig.
Yeah. What's up?
He said the 4 words, receiver counter bore jig, and a question mark.
So yeah. So basically, when you make a receiver, we sell a bunch of different styles. This is a Colicchio style receiver, and it has the mouthpiece taper cut.
Very close to you.
So it comes ready to fit a trumpet mouthpiece.
A mouthpiece? Dude, we're at a trumpet shop. We don't have a mouthpiece laying around. Come on. I'll get one.
Just here, right here. I got one.
Skirt.
So it's bored out to fit a mouthpiece, and the outside's bored out, and then because all lead pipes are different, the ends are not counterbored. So the way I was taught, or kind of got showed, was that you take a mouthpiece, put it in the lathe, and hold on to the mouthpiece and put the receiver on, and then you can counterbore it. But mouthpieces don't like being held in lathes too much, because it's not much to hold on to. So I made a little jig, Because the complication of using a mouthpiece is like, yeah, you tap it on there with a rawhide mallet counterboard, and it, as long as it doesn't slip, it's fine. But then how do you get the receiver off of the mouthpiece
without damaging
without damaging the receiver?
either or
the
other.
mouthpiece,
Yeah.
right? So I actually just shipped it out. God dang it. But basically, I turned some tapered steel blanks that fit the mouthpiece taper, but are smaller than diameter, and then I made a donut. I don't have any right now because I shipped them out. I gotta make more. There's like a little stripping donut piece of brass that fits over here that goes on, and then when you're done, you thread in a bolt into here. Once this is swedged on in the counterboard, you thread the bolt in, and then you tap the bolt, and it pushes the receiver against the donut and strips out. I have a video that I took this morning of doing this process. I can post that on Instagram, or no, I'll do a YouTube short. I'll do a YouTube short with it.
Yeah, even I couldn't follow
You can't
that.
visualize
So
that?
no.
Basically, it's like using a mouthpiece, but much more stable. And then there's a piece of brass that helps you remove the receiver from it.
Okay,
So
that
pretty
makes it
cool.
much more simple. Oh, Keith got back to us. 186 bells are around $3,000 retail price. Maybe a little
Jesus
less.
Christ.
Dude, we should get a tuba belt
Yeah,
making.
I'm guessing I had this exact conversation with Keith like a year ago or something.
Or, a couple of times since
Yeah.
then. Yeah, look at all our stock. Look at all these receivers. My goodness, you've been putting those Omniturns to work.
Yeah, we got more in the sink.
These are just natural torn, natural.
Yeah,
those are crook
tendons. Yep.
receivers.
Those are Colicchios. These are.
Man, you got the
short
Omniturns to make
Colicchios.
finger hooks. Wow, you're really
Yeah.
running those
There's
things.
Benge ones in the sink, and then we got some finished Z-brace sets.
On your heat sealed packs.
In my
He's
heat sealed thing.
so proud of that.
Isn't that
thing.
cool? Looks so professional.
Look at that.
It looks like it wasn't done by like a 10-year-old kid with cupcakes.
Man, you get so much stuff in here. Look at all our stock, our
Trim
parts
rings?
room.
Trim rings?
Our parts room's coming together.
Yep. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, you bend these?
Yeah, I bent those two. I got to bend these.
Nice.
And then we were working on some rotary trumpet rotor prototypes, and I actually got it working.
Some rotor types.
Yeah. So this one actually works. It seals great on account that there's no ports. It seals perfectly, actually, if you mag
Well,
it.
perfectly is kind of.
I mean, it's hard to seal. When
How are you gonna mag that? There's nowhere to
You
test.
just mag it. And it
You just put the
seals.
mag on a solid wall.
So we've been
Theo said, "Dang, a Treveni guy told me $700 for a 4-quarter bell, like $1,200 for a Kaiser bell."
not too bad. I mean, like 3,000 retail for a microphone. That means cost is probably like.
Keith based his price off of Allied Supply. Ordering direct from Miraphone will be way cheaper,
Yeah.
but then you have to deal with shipping and tax and damage and blah 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 blah.
If it's $3,000 from $3,000 retail, so it's probably like $1,500 from Allied. I don't know. I have never looked for two.
Man, if only they had a parts catalog and a
but
price
we
list
can't
that
just be
could
like
tell
going
us
talking
exactly.
about the actual prices, Ian.
I don't know why that's such a big
Get the bell
deal.
off the lake. Because then Theo will know.
Theo's gonna know. That's all of Nappert fights the urge to talk about prices, so Theodore Smith doesn't know prices.
Napper is a collection of old men who like drinking.
Whoa,
once
whoa,
a
whoa,
year.
whoa, whoa! We going? We firing into this?
I honestly have no.
You going in the lathe?
I make that video.
Ooh, Theo put a nice word out. He's ordered from Miraphone twice now. Super easy. Eva is very nice.
Ooh,
Eva.
Eva.
And shout out to Wally.
Theo and Eva sitting in a tree, mirror phoning all day long.
What's wrong with
I
you?
see you, Theo.
Man, we're having a great discussion tonight. I love this.
Great. It's like so riveting. People
Yeah, it's
gonna
like you
love
guys. It's like you guys are in the shop here with us, but you don't have to trip over all the crap that I do.
this. They get the trip from the comfort of their own home.
You get to trip sitting down. Miles is capable of that.
So he's gonna do this step first because
Ooh.
he's really good at it.
20% battery. Pushing it.
I was gonna plug it in while you do this.
Yeah, plug her in. Oh, Keith giving us the numbers.
What's he doing?
Allied dealer price.
Oh,
$1,591.25.
I was pretty close.
That was pretty dang
Well, I mean,
close.
usually just double for retail.
There you go.
That's cool. Come at me, haters. Be careful, Keith. Theo's gonna email you and try to buy one. He's like, but I know it's $1,591, so I'll give you $1,600 for it.
I know what I got.
I know what I got.
Don't lowball me. Do you have the rollers somewhere?
Yeah, the rollers are here.
I got one.
Theo, did I give you the Allied password, or did you get it from someone else?
Whoa. Keep us sharing exclusive passwords.
Dude, I knew that password when I was still in the womb.
I didn't. But it is a very simple password.
Who's Ragnar 7?
He was here last week.
He was here last time. I want to know who it
2
is.
weeks ago, I guess.
Ragnar, what's your name?
I need gloves. Because I remember jacking my hands up when I did this.
There's red ones on the Rathbone. What's your name, Ragnar? Who you be?
I got one.
I don't know where the other ones are. $1,500 for a 186 bell. That's kind of, I mean, I guess that's not that bad.
I mean, you gotta pay shipping from Allied too.
It's probably like,
Unless you're up in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin,
Yeah.
you can pick it up from them. But... Ooh, it's on there.
we have a mutual. Oh, okay, cool. He doesn't want to tell me his name. I wonder who it is.
You keep your identity to yourself. You don't need to share it.
So what Ian's doing here is just getting that bell to fit on the mandrel.
Ooh. I'm doing it over there now because this is really high up.
It's too late. We've committed.
Too late. Can't delay the show anymore.
It's going. So you basically slap it down, and then you roll it to loosen it from the mandrel and kind of smooth it out a little bit. Is this the 90-minute bell? I think we're moving too slow to do this in 90 minutes, Josh.
What are you talking about? It's only been like 35.
It's been 42 minutes, and
42, we're nailing it.
you got to remember we started like we started from a blank.
He doesn't know. He hasn't been here the whole time.
We are.
Because I saw the viewer count go down to
Yeah.
0.
I'm not familiar with this person, Joshua Adam. Thanks for tuning in, but yeah, I really,
The chaos.
yeah, I really do want to do like a 2-hour or a bell quicker than the 2-hour bell, or even a bell in 2 hours. That's a better bell than the other one. I actually have that bell sitting over there. That one's a 2-hour bell. It's not bad. It's just not good.
Do you have the thin boy?
Oh yeah.
Just really like squared out. Be nice to run that a little bit.
Yeah. We should have done that first. I forgot. People in 100 years, why are the floors so messed up here?
Nobody lives downstairs. Don't worry. People do live upstairs. That's an issue. A little soft spot on the floor. That's how we get it.
Why are you not charging?
Oh, I'm so strong. Figure out power line boy up.
Doesn't want to charge.
You call Andrew, get the electrician in here. He's gonna bail on us anyway. That's right, I said it.
Oh, now it's charging. Yeah, it's pretty cool. 8 people, wow.
Wow.
Oh, Kyle's here. Kyle, I have your blank I'm gonna go show Kyle his blank.
Go show Kyle his blank. Kyle who?
Kyle Lambert from
Kyle.
ACB.
I met him once.
There you go, Kyle. There's your blank.
Kyle, I don't know if you remember me, but I came out to Kansas City once. Hello, how are you doing?
Ian says hi. Woo! Yep. Kyle ordered, just for everyone so they know, Kyle ordered the worst, literally one of the hardest bells to make ever. And it's nickel silver, 020. Yeah, Ian Bartas, that's right. He members, Ian.
Oh, good.
Kyle ordered nickel silver with a French bead, which is like the devil incarnate. But, yep. We'll do it. Oh, Kyle. Did Kevin tell you about the braces? Want some, Ooh, pretty. Got some nickel Z braces, Kyle.
I want to give this a little bit of heat.
Oh, Ragnar's name is Alan Stewart. He swapped accounts. Alan, I don't think I'm familiar with you. I have to check you out. Have I done anything for you? Or you just know James? Okay. Okay, he went to college with James. That's cool.
Thank you.
There you go. He be annealing. Here, I'll take over.
I'm almost there.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, he wants to do it.
Let me do it. Yeah, let me do it.
I'm getting 2 lead pie. Oh, cool. Oh, he's in Vegas. Kyle's in Vegas. Tell DQ. Yeah, tell DQ that if he wants real tacos, he has to come to Chicago. If he punches you, I'm not liable. So what Ian's doing here is a pro technique where you put the bell on a mandrel to cool it down.
Because the mandrel is cold and the bell is hot.
Exactly.
And the cold mandrel will help cool down the hot bell. Learned it from the best.
Yep. I actually have mandrels that are dedicated for cooling down horn bells, like that guy.
What do you mean? You don't use that to draw bells?
That is the That is a copy of the Dynasty marching French horn bell, but that is the Donald E. Getson marching French horn bell.
The old DEG.
Yep, that's a deg. Look at this dude slapping. He's getting there.
Tail is real round. It's just like fucking wonk.
It's moving. Every time you slap it, it's moving, so. It's just a back and forth. Yeah. Yeah, really, for this mandrel, we really need to use a bigger bell pattern. But that would require having more than one bell patterns,
That's ridiculous.
and I don't want to do that.
More than one bell pattern? Look at the wall.
Yeah, how many trumpet bell patterns have you seen me use off that wall?
There's at least two up there.
Yeah, but I only use one pattern for a reason.
So one.
Bro, you can't. Dude, Kyle, we went to Chili's tonight. It's Kyle. We were at Chili's.
He's watching us. Literally.
That's so funny. Okay, somebody asked a question. What's the makeup of your gold, brass, and commercial bronze bells? Gold, rose, red brass, commercial bronze can get confusing.
Go ahead, talk all your numbers.
Okay, so I will show you with real examples. So, this is yellow brass, okay? Normal brass, it's 70-30 copper to zinc, okay? Okay? We got nickel silver. This particular nickel silver alloy is 18% nickel, like 10% zinc, and then, no, 20% zinc, and then like, I think it's like 56 copper. I don't know that one for sure. This is commercial bronze, also known as red brass, also known as rose brass. It's all the same. It's 90% copper, 10% tin. It's got that reddish color, okay? And then this is 80-20 low brass, okay? So 80% copper, 20% zinc. So it's in between yellow brass and what this is, which is 85-15, which is commonly called gold brass, okay? Some people call it rose brass as well. Rose brass is kind of used like wildly by a lot of people. 85-15. So this is gold brass. This is low brass. You don't see this a lot. And then red brass, commercial bronze, interchangeable. But the mills, if you're buying material, they'll call it cartridge brass for yellow brass. They'll call red brass commercial bronze. And they'll call gold brass red brass, which is why it's confusing. John Duda rejected the idea that this material existed because he always called his gold brass red brass. So if you have a red brass calicchio, a lot of times it's gold brass. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, Justin.
Basically, if there's anything that the real world uses, the gun world, the whatever world, the music world uses those terms differently.
Yes. It's very exciting.
Makes no sense. Just it out there.
I think that was pretty clear.
What do you think? That's enough? You want to go a little
Let me feel it. Nope, he got it.
field
Or
there, boss.
he's just being nice.
Yeah, it's stuck there. You're gonna have to. Yeah, it really smooths out the tail, but
This is how Duda did like every bell. His pattern was tiny.
it's a lot of freaking work to get it there.
Yeah. Well, this is probably the biggest B flat from a bell.
Gotcha.
So.
The biggest mandrel he needs.
Yeah. Not just that like I have, but like kind of that is commonly used. It's like box 65.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Yeah, you spoke too soon.
Dang it, jinxed it.
I mean, I think we don't want it to spin. Because now,
Now it's holding on.
well, it's holding on, so it won't slip on the lid.
Theo's asking, is the rose brass the same as the Canstel Magic brass?
Yes. So the
Yes.
Cancel special. What are you doing? Putting that down.
I'm taking my gloves off because it's freaking hot
The
here.
York special alloy that Cancel made their instruments out of, it was C220 commercial bronze, which is red brass.
Exposed.
And for the love, like for me and my friend, like me and Jake Klein have talked about it, Kevin have talked about it, we cannot understand why they did that. Why they made York tubas with red brass bells. It doesn't make any sense. Because
they were
no one's
York.
ever seen a York tuba with a red brass bell.
Do you want me to go mobile? You want me to stay plugged in? You want me to get an extension cord?
There's a power thing over here.
We're moving, folks. Ugh.
Like, I've never, ever seen a York tuba with a red brass bell. I don't think anyone... I mean, Kevin and Jake would know, I think. Like,
It's very much like Cancel had extra red brass laying around. They were like, oh, you know what?
I think a mill was giving them like a special deal on it because they did a lot of commercial bronze stuff. Kind of for no reason.
Kyle said you need Blackburn Ambronze or Shilky Beryllium.
So Ambronze is 84% copper,
This freaking nerd and all his
84%
percentages.
copper, 2% tin, and 12% zinc. Don't hold me to that. I think that's what it is. It's in my notes. Ambronze is really hard to get. I have no idea where the Pickett guys get it from.
They make it in their own backyard.
Oh yeah.
Out of soda cans and pennies.
No, it doesn't stick.
sticks when you don't want it to and doesn't stick when you want it to.
Just like women.
I don't think that's okay. Easy there. What are you doing?
Did I fuck it?
Did I do that?
Did I do that? What's that from?
Family Matters. Steve Urkel.
Oh, that's right.
Shout out to Nick at Night.
I like Turtle. It was a good show. He was fine.
Oh, okay, never mind. It was a weird
You
look.
just gotta believe. You
Looked like he got real chopped over.
gotta believe.
Oh, I forgot the most important aspect of the Ambrons.
Yeah.
Made out of soda cans, pennies, and bourbon. Kyle said.
Who? Kyle.
Kyle.
It's got that Kentucky swilling, you know? Cliff Blackburn himself spits in it just for that extra herb and spice. Peter Pickett's gonna skin me.
Gonna send you a cease and desist.
Yeah. I got no issues with that dude. Please don't kill me. Yeah, it looks good.
Kyle said, no, that's Dave Monette.
Yeah. Dude, Dave Monette and I would get along really well.
He's out there actually wringing the oil out of snakes to put in his trumpet
Oh,
bells.
sure.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Okay. You going to a kneel? Do I need to follow you?
Can't tell. I think we have to braze repair.
What'd you do?
See, like a little cracky crack. I saw it before when we fixed the other one, but I didn't think anything of it. But I think
This guy.
I think we got a brace repair on our hands there, boys.
This guy.
It's kind of like after where the bead's gonna sit, but I think we can fix it anyways.
This guy. All right, I'm moving to a different outlet, people.
You probably don't see it for a couple minutes.
iPhones, you know. I don't think so. You're at 19%. You're lower than when we first plugged the phone in.
Little pro tip. If you have a little crack, you gotta make it bigger. So that you can actually fill it with
The braze can actually get in there. Ooh.
Watch out. Scoot your boot. Boom.
So, Alan, the one thing we have issues with around here is logic and reason. You need to get that crap out of here.
What did Alan say?
Alan said, you know they make portable batteries, right?
No.
Get that crap out of here.
We can't think too hard.
Know what else they make? Wall outlets. Just about everywhere you need to go.
My mama didn't train me to be no fool.
My mama didn't raise no... Whoop! Quitter is what I was going to say. Kyle said Peter is the best human, and Justin called us very corn-y.
Oh, I've met Peter Pickett. I don't think he remembers me because I was like a child at the time. Very nice guy. Really.
Well, you
really,
think you're not a
really-
child now?
Really wicked smart.
Wicked
That's
smart.
the kind of dude that you don't want to like mess with.
He'll
Because
melt you in his
he'd
bathtub.
outthink you.
Sounds like you want to play chess with him.
Dude, I would happily play chess with Peter Pickett. I'd happily play chess with anyone. No one plays chess with me. Except for Zach.
I played chess with you.
Did you?
Didn't I?
No.
I know. I played.
You
Did
didn't
I play
wanna play
Mike?
with me.
I played somebody at the party last week.
No one wants to play with me.
Nobody wants to play with me. Shout out to that 90s movie. Who can name it? Name that movie in the comments. Come on, somebody will do it. I bet Justin knows that movie. I don't know who Justin is, but based on his music recommendation, he knows that movie.
You can tell.
Yeah. Kyle, I will answer for him. Yes, you can absolutely come visit this place during Midwest this year.
Oh yeah, dude.
We can have a whole shindig.
I'll take you out to dinner at the best dang restaurant in the world.
Best dang Baracos this side of the Mississippi.
No, Las Fuentes.
oh, wow, you went to that conference in Chicago? I bet you had hot dogs and deep dish. No, I went to this dollar Mexican joint in Beverly.
It's awesome. It is, like, it's the best Dave Mexican I've ever had.
Oh, Theo got it for me.
What Theo say?
The movie was Ace Ventura.
Oh,
Theo
I've
got
never
it.
seen Ace
Justin said sorry, missed from him. Dang. Kyle said maybe Meal will come too.
Oh, dude. I heard Meal loves, like, American things.
That'll be a.
Like, you take Meal to
He said
McDonald's?
Meal. Is it Meal Adams or Neil?
Yeah, Meal.
Meal. Okay.
M-E-I-L or M-I-E-L. One of those.
M-I-E-L is what he said.
Kevin says that Meal loves just, like, blanketly American things like...
Good cheeseburger and deep fried
Yeah.
French fries.
Okay, let's trim this guy and nose it, and then we'll draw it.
We're moving.
We're moving. Keep it moving.
Lupin's pooping.
No, he's not. That right here is pooping no more.
Kyle said he drinks Bud heavy.
Boom.
Boom.
I think we should have a saw over here.
You want to deburr that?
No,
No, that would be preposterous.
not really. Maybe put it on the hitting spot.
Oh, look at it. Look at it. Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, I don't even need to drop that. And then you take your 6.5 AL. Boom.
You make very loud noises that hurt me in the ears. You get the bell stuck on the mandrel.
Wait, that's a 12.
Put your back
That's
into
a
it.
12 seed.
That's wrong. If it's not a 6.5 AL, it's wrong.
Okay, now we anneal it.
Get it hot.
Get it hot pot.
Got a lot of love for Budweiser going on in the comments. St. Louis, folks.
Who's talking Budweiser?
Kyle said Meal likes Bud.
Really?
And then Justin said he loves Budweiser. You gotta be careful with that, Kyle. Bud means two things in this state.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. It's not legal where he's from.
Not legal. Oh, that's a good one.
What?
You're gonna love this.
What happened?
Justin asked best value material. He listed Monel, nickel, and stainless.
Oh, dude, stainless is without a doubt the cheapest material out of those three. So those are good things to talk about. Good question.
Justin, getting us on topic.
There
Love
is
it.
no coincidence between the Chinese manufacturers switching to stainless pistons.
Oh,
German manufacturers
I am
switching to
dumb.
pistons.
I read that incorrectly.
Oh my god.
He said best valve material, not
Oh,
value.
same question though.
Similar question.
Yeah. So
Hey, Alan, I don't need this.
what do you say?
Reading comprehension fail. I was in the dark. Leave me alone.
No, Monel without a doubt. If you
That changes your answer though. So you said stainless, and then now
I
you
said
just said Monel.
stainless is the cheapest
Okay.
and the worst. And there's a direct correlation between it being cheap and it being used. Like the Chinese factories use it, and all the German factories use it. I wonder why. It's because Monel's expensive, and nickel plating is a thing that's difficult to do well and consistent.
And difficult to find somebody to do well for
Well, the reason Gueston's successful at it is because they went through years of being shitty at it, and now they're really good at it, and they know how to keep it like.
you. Want to show your monstrosity off?
No, I think we already showed that.
I love that. I love that
too
though.
far.
It's cool. It's too far. It's right. I can see it. Anyway,
But
continue.
I would argue that a Monel piston and a nickel-plated piston are kind of the same in terms of quality, like feel and playability and longevity. But Monel is a lot easier, especially for small manufacturers, to get to that level. There's a reason it's still kind of used everywhere but Germany and China. Huh. Interesting.
Kyle said stainless sucks on mouthpieces. Super weird grip.
Oh, I love stainless horn mouthpieces. Yeah, stainless French horn mouthpieces.
Fight.
Who said that they suck?
Kyle.
Well, Kyle plays trumpet.
Kyle's a trumpet player.
Kyle.
What does he know?
You should try my stainless steel main tuning slide.
For anybody that doesn't understand that joke, I'm a trumpet player. I'm not calling trumpet players dumb. Well, I am, but I am also one of you.
I've only made one of them, Kyle. You can unplug either of them. You would love
Figured
it
while I'm standing
if you
here.
love screaming lead sound. It was really bad. It was like unpleasant to be in the same room as.
I believe they're both. Keith asked if Monel is plated or solid. I think you can have either. Or is it always solid?
Monel is a
It's an alloy.
copper alloy. The alloy used for musical instruments is Monel 400, and it's 40% nickel, 60% copper, and like a little bit of, trace amounts of lead and
Of other
steel. But it's
proprietary
basically,
nonsense.
It's basically nickel silver, dialed up to 11 for referencing rock and roll movies,
Next question.
What's up?
Alan wants to know your thoughts on 3D printing mouthpieces.
Stupid.
Aren't there like a handful of them up front?
Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah, Venture does it.
It's a quick way to prototype and like check different profiles and
yeah,
stuff,
and
but it's no replacement for a metal mouthpiece.
And I don't think that's what Venture's definitely like, print them, try them, and then, buy
And then
them
order a real one.
I don't know. I kind of have issues with it because it's like, I've never played on one, so I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that a printed mouthpiece is going to play a lot different than a metal mouthpiece in the same shape. So if you're good at like picking out what's different between things, I guess it might be okay, but it seems weird. They do it affordably enough, so it's not like bad though.
Kyle said he likes nickel silver mouthpieces, but it kills tooling. Yeah, nickel's a bitch for everything we do in this industry. He doesn't know how Lotus makes theirs, or rather, who makes them for Lotus.
Yeah, Lotus was having shit just made by like a random machine shop in Italy. It's probably not the good, because there's a good machine in nickel alloy. We have a little bit of it.
Oh, it's funny you say that. Kyle said acrylic feels the best, and Delrin is good, but soft and weird. I played the Kelly Screamer acrylics. They're awful. I hate them. Wait, no, get back here. You're not. We got a bunch more questions. Get back in the hot seat. Alan said, "What about sintering using metal impregnated filaments?"
I've seen a little bit of that. I should have.
We were just talking about this earlier, making drill bits. But
Yeah,
that's besides the point.
The laser sintering and like machining centers are becoming really popular. Like that's where all the money's going in the like machine industry. I didn't go to IMTS. It's like the International Machine Tool Conference in Illinois like a couple weeks ago. But a lot of that was concentrated on like 3D printing and then machining it after. I don't know. If the results are good, then that's good. I'm always worried about grain structure with stuff like that because like sintering something with a laser out of like dust ends up in a different state of being than like
Casting that or
extruded round bar or casting. So I don't know. It might be good. It's just it's a process that at least at this point is probably way too expensive for the musical instrument industry because we're kind of all broke. So
Kyle said Lotus was originally made by Egger.
yeah, and then the scuttlebutt is that like they had a disagreement and then like now they make the same things but
different.
Different, yeah. I mean, it's the same thing with like Lotus and AR. It's like they're the same things, but like they don't get along anymore.
Keith wants to know your thoughts on the cost versus effectiveness of the precision valve alignment. I did the quotes. You just couldn't see my hand.
So okay.
Do you want to go through the whole conversation?
I really do.
All right,
okay.
come on.
So
Keith, we were talking about this earlier today. Well, something related.
So I've been trying to figure out what actually goes into a precision valve alignment. Because we want to kind of offer something similar. Maybe not as like clickbaity, but like at least an actual thing. So I thought, I never had one of these before. This is the new version of the tool from Allied. I bought one of these from Allied.
Do you still have the picture pulled up? We could show them.
Oh, of
the old.
Yeah, it's right here. The old version is like a piece of square thing.
The old was this. This is what I'm familiar with. This was what I used.
Okay.
When I did repair.
This is the new version.
Great.
Apparently, it's easier to make.
Which doesn't make sense.
Funny enough, when I got it, the dongle line didn't fit inside the valve casing, so I had to grind it down. Kind of funny. But basically, the way this works is it goes in the second casing,
Now I'm sitting down. You're standing up. Take that.
and you hook it on to the lower port that connects between the third valve.
The lowest port,
The
it
lowest
says.
port.
The lowest port of the whatever.
The second casing connects to the third valve, and then you have this thing screwed, set in place so that it's touching the top of the casing, okay? So that's all well and good. And then you're supposed to take the corresponding piston.
Get this ridiculous bell out of the way. What's that doing here?
And then you go on the lowest hole on the second piston, and that tells you how high your felt's supposed to be. But here's the thing. On a valve casing...
I feel like Kyle's going to have really good input to this conversation.
Yeah.
Kyle, you're on the hook now.
So on a valve casing, you have a cap and your casing thread, okay? The depth from the edge of our top cap here to the face where the felt touch on a Bach is 0.1875, okay? It should be. It's usually pretty consistent. And then the distance from the top of the valve casing to the register where the cap bottoms out is 0.160. So there's 27.5 thousandths of air between these two surfaces. But this tool measures off of the casing, which is not accurate because the felt doesn't correspond with the casing. It corresponds with the top cap. So anyone who's ever used this without realizing that has been setting up felts, say 30 thousandths off. Like, why is this even a thing? This is like the most BS tool ever. Unless you do some math and guess, it doesn't work. So that ain't the way, I don't think. So I'm trying to make a caliper setup to do it. I know a lot of people like Bob Reeves' shop offers.
Are you also working with a material as consistent as felt? Which is,
but
you're not dealing with
good
thousands
felt.
in felt.
I think you're dealing with.
You're not dealing with
hundreds,
thousands.
You could definitely deal with hundreds, 10,000s.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But
a Bach cap,
but even over 2 weeks, those tenths are going to
if you're
change.
using shitty allied felt. But if you're using the good gray Krauss stuff, that stuff's pretty stable.
Get the Krauss stuff.
That stuff's pretty stable.
$15 a square inch.
Yeah, it's worth it if you're doing precision stuff. I don't know how Bob Reeves does it.
So I know ABC does the ACB. They do the neoprene, I don't like that stuff.
You don't like the neoprene? I
It's-
haven't seen it.
It's just bouncy and it's loud. I have them in. I have a couple of doublers that have it in. That's why I know.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Ironically enough, Kyle just said, and I like neoprene. He uses an endoscope and he likes neoprene.
Endoscope. Yeah, so
How dare you? I'm not trying to trash talk you guys. I love you guys and Trent. I don't like, I'm not a fan of the neoprene, but that's just me. What am I? I'm just a lowly trumpet player.
I think the way that I learned to my valves is with the scope through the valve tail, and then you look at the third valve.
That's what Kyle said. He just uses an endoscope.
Yeah.
We're burying some questions
Oh, we
here.
got questions?
Theo asked, do different piston materials wear faster?
Yeah, so okay, I'm not gonna say anything with extreme
Take
confidence.
everybody, open up your pocket, take out your grain of salt.
But here's the thing. I will say blanket statements that apply to all materials. So, when you have a trumpet valve, it's not just the piston that's wearing, it's more so the casing. Especially when your piston material, like a Monel or a nickel plate especially, your piston material is harder than the brass casing. So your casing is wearing more than your piston actually is. The piston is wearing, but at a lower rate. So when you throw a material like stainless into there that has a really high coefficient of friction, what?
Good night, Alan. Thanks for sticking with us.
Thank
Appreciate you.
Alan. Stainless and brass, the coefficients of friction kind of don't gel, in my opinion. If that valve ever goes dry, it's worse than a nickel plate valve dry, because nickel's really slick. Monel and brass gel really well together. People talk about the Kahn Crysteel valves from the 20s, and people think they're steel, but they're not. They're nickel silver that is roller burnished and then nickel plated. And people will pull out those pistons and say they look brand new, but the horn plays leaky as shit because they're just destroying the casing because they're so hard. So different materials act different.
It's all a mix. Kyle had a couple of comments in there that I kind of steamrolled over.
Yeah.
Lotus was originally made by Egger. The new mouthpieces are bad. He had a new one and it bottomed out in his horn, but the Egger one fit fine. Doesn't know if they just changed Shanko D, but it sucked.
I heard they were.
And then we got into endoscope comments, and Justin said neoprene works, but I don't like it either. I guess just like a personal thing.
Yeah.
And endoscope here too. Cool. Keith is another question once we finish talking about material hardnesses.
I think I'll do with that.
Okay. Keith said, what's the difference between lapping and honing? Ooh, I know somebody that can answer this question. What the hell is that sun and honing machine actually do? So honing is much rougher. Honing, you're taking out thousandths of material. And when we're talking valve fit in pistons, we're talking in the 10,000ths of an inch. So like 4 decimal places. Yeah. If you're honing, you're taking out thousandths of an inch. Like they're pretty aggressive cuts, and they have different grit stones in the honing machine. But essentially, what that honing machine does is it takes either a valve or a stone in a mandrel, and it spins that stone against the casing. So we'll do the casing for example. So in that honing machine, there's a pedal, and you set pressures up here with dials. There's a coarse pressure and a fine pressure adjustment. And there's a lot of feel involved. But with that pedal, when you press it, it both activates the spinning of the stone and pushes the stone out of the mandrel so that it expands essentially inside the casing. And that you're getting rough finish. I have some pictures, but yeah, no, not gonna work. Anyway, you'll get a really rough finish outside of honing, whereas lapping is taking it the final mile. Lapping is not a musical specific term. Lapping is just taking two surfaces and rubbing them together, essentially with a compound between to polish them together and match them together. Oh, we can show him that.
Who?
That horn, that Drew's horn, that third valve, how it needs lapping. We can show that.
Well, Keith's familiar with that. I just don't know if he's familiar with how honing machines like.
Okay, if you're just asking about the honing machine.
Stone that removes the material really quickly. I'm guessing Keith's lapped a thing or two.
Yeah. So lapping is it's polishing, it's mating the two surfaces together, whereas honing is removing material to get them kind of in the ballpark. I hope that answered your question. What that dog do? What that dog do? I'm guessing that's talking about the honing machine, because that was right after Keith asked the question. Josh said he loves honing. I also love honing. I miss doing it, but I do it every now and then now. Kyle lapped a valve and a flugel lead pipe today. Wow. Yeah, that's the thing with lapping. You can lap slides, you can lap movable lead pipes, valves, anything that moves, you can lap.
You can lap trombone hand slides to get more.
You can lap a lathe, you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Miles probably doesn't get that movie reference either. Oh my God, don't touch it while it's still spinning.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Kyle's putting you on the spot.
What Kyle do?
Kyle wants to know if you want to finish his bell on camera.
Dude, nickel is so hard that I'm going to do that alone in the middle of the night. It's the only way.
With a bottle of Jack and crying his eyes out.
Nickel is such a finicky material.
Nickel.
We anneal because we messed up.
We're going to kneel because he messed up. Nickel doesn't cut well. It doesn't bend well. It doesn't braze well. It doesn't do anything well. I don't know why somebody originally used it on instruments, but they did. It's pretty. Have you done anything with sterling bells?
No.
Kyle said meal says they suck to make, and boy, can I imagine.
Yeah, so the issue with sterling is that you have to, you can't use bronze or like a brass alloy to braze the seam. It has to be silver solder. So every time you anneal it, you have to be super careful.
Not to melt it.
And like silver solder's tensile strength is not nearly the same as brass. So it's kind of like,
But that's the same as the silver bell, the sterling bell itself.
sterling blank.
You got one over here, don't you?
Well, they call it the sterling blank. It's not
I'm going to sit here and stay plugged in. We are at 16%, folks. If this stream just goes black, it's because Miles' phone died.
No, it's good. We got plenty.
There he is.
We got plenty of battery. We like it.
I feel like I'd get along with this Justin Shaw guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think anyone would get along with Justin.
You know him?
I think he's bought stuff for me.
Okay, cool.
There's like 3 or 4 Justins who email me, so forgive me that I'm not immediately remembering.
Justin, the most unique name in the
Justin
world.
bought the copper bell. I'm pretty sure. Or he bought lead pipes. One or the other.
Theo said Wessex made a sterling silver tuba belled tuba, but it got destroyed before anyone actually got to play it. I imagine just under its own weight.
I think maybe it never existed. You know what I think? I think every Wessex instrument should be destroyed before anyone can play it.
Brr.
I think Keith would agree. Not to put words in his mouth.
Or text in his
But
comment.
I think I know Keith pretty well.
Kyle said the biggest Adams does is youth, if he recalls correctly.
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ooh-haw.
I really don't have any interest in doing sterling, just because stocking the raw material is like,
Stupid expensive.
it's stupid expensive. So the amount of sheet, so like that Anderson blank, yeah, that's good. That Anderson blank for trombone I know is $450, and that was 2 years ago, so it's probably more now. So $450 just for something that looks like this, and then you have to draw and spin it down to your manual. And I mean, that's a pretty big risk to take, especially if you've never done it before. So I mean, that bell, I'd have to charge $2,000 for a sterling bell, just in case. You know.
And although there are crazy people out there that would pay that, it's just kind of
I don't
nuts.
have to deal with it, to be honest.
It's a liability.
If you buy me the sterling blank from Anderson, if you go and buy it, I will try and spin it. And if it turns out, great. Give me $900. But
Keith said he does repairs for the Wessex showroom in Chicago.
Oh, good. ...
No comment. This is called skiving, and Miles claims he's not good at it.
I'm not good at it. You should see these German dudes.
You should see the mirror phone video. That dude is like a boss. We got another comment. Theo, Wessex / Jim Bow makes better pistons than Wiseman. Wiseman?
I'm pretty sure Wiseman instruments are Chinese. Probably made at Jim Bow.
They're probably made at Jim Bow.
I'm not familiar with Wiseman. I've heard that name, but I'm pretty sure it's import. I could be wrong. Someone fact check me.
I could do that. I got a phone.
Where's my other Skylink wing?
You're asking the wrong person. It's probably somewhere down there. Wiseman.com. Ooh, this looks very much like an import website.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, no.
What?
I opened their website and it started downloading files. Don't go to their website. Yeah, in their About section, the little bit that I could read before it started downloading God knows what files on my phone, it said they're their own company. They started in Beijing in '99.
Okay, so it is.
It's Chinese,
I
yeah.
wonder. I guess it's their own factory. That's what I'm saying.
It said they opened their own factory in 2007,
Interesting.
but I had never heard of them either. Keith circled back to his no comment and he said, well, plenty of comments. Insanely thin and soft. The pistons are passable, but the rotors are not even close.
So okay, so I think we probably talked about this, Keith. My friend Andrews Russell.
You guys talk too much.
Keith and I, we keep in touch.
You go way back.
I don't think we've talked in like ages, but like we gotta like we have
When you did talk, you got a lot out.
Yeah.
Andrews Wessex.
Andrews Wessex is the 6-quarter 4+1 with the rotor. It's been unusable for 3 years now because the rotor was so bad that even if he bought this thing brand new, and you couldn't get it just wasn't usable at like a level above a second grader. And we've gotten 2 replacement rotors from Wessex, and they've either been like bad for the same reason the original one was bad, or like the last one we got, like the spindles were just bent. So like he hasn't had a tube in 2 years, and like I have had this tube in my shop because we're kind of trying to figure out what to do. So we're just gonna make a fucking rotor to fit.
We can go see it. It's up there.
And then we're gonna go on TubeNet, and I'm gonna blast the shit out of these fuckers.
Blast the blank out of these people.
Oh, yeah, we're not supposed to swear.
I'm not supposed to fucking swear. Coming up on 90 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
It is. We've been chit chatting now.
Which is good. That's what people want.
Burns time. I've loved this. I've been having a great time.
That's what people want. I gotta move my yoke in. I should have done it when we were spinning. That's why I had to do 2 rounds. 2-5, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking that the whole time. I just didn't want to. I wanted to let you come to that
Oh, yeah?
conclusion.
You want to
Yeah.
let me figure it out just like a good old boy?
Yeah. Don't even have the soap going.
His sissy covering his eyes.
I'm in the splash zone.
This is where I slice my fingers open. I do it weekly.
The sissy covering his eyes. Oh, watch me slice my fingers open.
Okay, let's see what we got for diameter.
Keith said,
Yeah.
I think they aren't making the rotors or casings concentric, so the overlap to make it work, which is not, you can't do that. There's, like, we're talking tenths in the realm of pistons to get them right. There's
Well, rotors should be
0. Like, you don't get play in rotors.
Yeah.
They have to be perfect. And that's why we're machining our own rotary trumpet rotors.
The Wessex, like the way they've handled, because Andrew's been dealing with them direct. Like the customer that he bought this tuba from Wessex.
Dude, you just started like 6 sentences in a row.
He hasn't been like treated bad, but it's like they don't even give a shit that their $10,000 tuba was non-functional when he bought it.
No, because they've sold 100 since then,
Like,
so
whatever,
they don't care.
So I think we're gonna use the inside beating manual.
Ooh, fancy.
It needs to be 5 1/8. But we're gonna use the 5-inch inside beading mandrel, and then we're gonna
Cheat it.
cheat it.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
I haven't fully decided yet.
Oh, we're all the way up to 19%. I can't move.
Wow.
He sees backing plates with oval-shaped bearings.
Really? I haven't seen that one on this one, but like when we got it, the bearing or the long spindle, like the upper spindle on this rotor, was bent like 5 degrees. And like, I mean, I tried to bend it back, but it's not good enough.
Now, that's an interesting question.
What?
Getting out of the realm of bad tuba rotors. Justin asked if your trumpet bells are long enough to be used on balanced trumpets like the old recording. It's definitely a different bend. It's a different bend point. He's deep in thought. He's not ignoring you.
I'm trying to think. I think some of them. This one definitely isn't.
That mandrel is not, for sure.
This one might. The Contemporary might. And that's actually similar to the recording bell. I mean, I could make an extension for anyone into mandrel. So yeah, I guess. I've never been one for. I have a recording up front, so I would have them. I have the sample.
Yeah, two of them.
Yeah.
Got a recording and a super recording.
But,
The recording is much nicer than the super recording.
Yes, it is. I've never done it, but I could do it. I could be persuaded. Which Justin is this? Is this the copper bell or the lead pipes?
This is Justin Shaw.
Okay, is this the copper bell or the lead pipes? I think it's the copper bell. No, I think it's the lead pipes. I can't remember.
All right. Oh, you're asking him.
Let me get a torch.
I thought you were asking me this whole time. I was like, how the hell do I know what this guy ordered? I learned his name tonight.
You know, I think we're gonna go for doing it the old-fashioned way. Ian.
Kyle's got a heavy question.
Yeah,
Didn't Olds use the same mandrel for all bells?
I think so. Yeah.
Sounds
Except
like
for the
something they
C.
do.
I think for all B flat.
This is the lead pipe, Justin.
This is the lead pipe, Justin. Okay.
Going old fashioned as in not using the mandrel. There's nowhere I can set you to see him. That's not gonna work.
Where you going?
I'm dying. I need water.
Okay, we just annealed the rim there, and now we're gonna try and not mess this thing up. When we pull it out, hurry, come on.
Oh, hurry.
He's slacking. Yeah, let me look at the copper. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I think Olds used the same bell, Kyle. It's hard to say though. It looks like the same bell. Maybe the recording bell's different. Maybe. But definitely the Ambassador and like the Special have the same bell for sure. And I think the Studio. That's pretty close. Okay.
Sorry, folks. I drink a lot of water and I'm like dying, so I had to get water.
I haven't done this in months, so pray for me.
Haven't done it in months. Still got it.
Well, that's like the easiest part.
Just relax.
Just look at the seam. Actually, it's pretty good. We got our slip tool,
Soaping it up.
soap a dope. I can work with that.
Doesn't look
not
too
what
bad.
you want to have happen, but
You know it's Miles O'Malley's shop when there's a leftover snow cone on the bell spinning wheel.
shut up.
Ooh, the soap's getting me. Woo!
Yeah, you'll live with that. So
I don't
then-
see any laying around, Kyle.
Any what?
Pepsi Max.
No, I don't think I have any Pepsi Max.
He's been going light on the Pepsi Max lately.
Yeah.
But then he got back into it during summer, but now it's
Dude,
kind of not
summer-
summer anymore. So
Something about summer makes me want to drink an ungodly amount of soda. It's pretty terrible. Okay. Once again.
get it hot. Man, Keith's pulling out the heavy topics tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got another good one that you're going to nerd out about because you're like weird.
Yeah. What does he say?
Well, first, Kyle said you and Kevin both with his Diet Dr. P.
Kevin is different though.
Yeah, Kevin's pretty damn different. You got that right.
What's
So, Keith,
saying?
can you give me a legitimate reason why modern horns should still have string linkages and not mini ball linkages like every single other brass instrument?
I mean, on a French horn, I think it's warranted for adjustability because unless you have a good, I haven't seen many mechanical linkages that are as adjustable on French horns for the different lever heights because everyone's hand's so different, and on a French horn, it's wrapped so dependent on like holding the instrument. So like having people with big hands, it's nice to have the levers up. Like you can have them up a half inch taller than like someone with small hands. I mean, other than that, not really. I like the feel of strings because I like pushing into a pillow, kind of, you know.
But kind of the squish to it.
Yeah, a little bit of squishtivity, you know.
Squishy.
Um,
Which, depending on where you get your mini balls, there might be a little bit of squish in there.
That's true. If you get actual mini balls, like it'll be fine. But
Yeah.
if you get like
Chinese mini balls.
you get Wessex mini balls, Wessex.
He said, damn, very legit answer. I hate
Whoa.
stringing horns. I don't mind it. I haven't done it in a while, obviously, but I never had any issues with it. I used the I think it was a Jeff Smith tool. I would like clamp the three levers together. So all you had to do was set one height and the other two would be the quote unquote the same.
Sure.
You'd have to check after always, but Kyle said Chinesium squish.
Good, it's cheap. We like cheap. Apparently, I mean, I don't know.
Man, this bead is not playing nice with you.
Oh, it should be fine.
It's just doing a lot of
This is kind of
undesirable things.
But it's super thin. Because it's gonna have that sizzle.
Yieldy paper bell.
It's gonna have that sizzle.
That sizzle of a C rotary trumpet.
It's gonna have that sizzle. This is going on a Weimar.
On a what now?
You might ask why, man, but it's Weimar.
A Gemeinhart, is that what you said?
Ruler.
You just had it.
Weimar.
Was it Mark that drove us by the old Gemeinhart building? And it was
Still
like,
the Weimar.
oh, it is. It's like the entire building is like the size of this room. And he was talking about how they had like 40 people in there padding flutes at one point or something crazy. 101 minutes.
What's that?
101 minutes.
Wow.
Coming up on 2 hours stream. And there are 5 lunatics in here watching this.
I know, it's weird.
Appreciate you all joining us.
It's like
Good having
anything I do is actually interesting.
Good old shindig. Well, I don't know.
It's like people actually enjoy me for once in my life.
Well, let's not get carried away now.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so we're gonna try to shrink the diameter of this bead a little bit. It's a little bit too big right now. So we're gonna give it a little up cap.
Love Shack, baby.
Boom.
Kyle has some anecdotes.
Yeah? About Love Shack?
No. He said, I know all too well about Chinesium. It's amazing the stuff they leave in the horn that I take out. I took a pinky fingernail-sized metal burr out of a casing yesterday.
Good.
Also found a horn where they cut the valve guide holes wrong, so the piston didn't port. Never seen that before.
Oh, I know too well the, I did a lot of the QC at BAC when they were like, first started getting shipping containers with the stuff in, and some of the worst quality instruments I've ever seen. Like worse than the doublers, any of that stuff. Like it's bottom of the barrel. They're not paying much at all. And we would QC entire pallets full of stuff, spend weeks doing it, and then we would put red stickers on the B stock stuff, which was like 60% of the instruments, and then we would see those pallets going out to music stores, and we're just like, why do we do this? Looks good to me. One more anneal.
Oh, I've got input on that one, Justin. Justin said best water keys, lever, Amato, Saturn, etc.
I like Amato keys. I don't have any issues with them. If I don't want an Amato, I do a lever, but I like Amatos.
I'm a lever water key guy. The Saturn keys are ridiculous. Just like the Joy water keys, like
Joy keys.
they get a little crazy. The Amatos, sure, whatever. I don't like them because one, people don't know how to oil them. They always get stuck, which is easy to fix. But I don't like them because what they're based in, the spring is putting tension on the horn. About like, come on now.
Well, I mean, a lever water key plays different than an Amato key does.
Of course, because there's an interruption in the pipe, and sure, physically it's doing different things. But I was never a fan of Amatos. Keith said the best water key is no water key.
I mean, I was talking to someone from Yamaha and asking them why they have like 20 different water keys for trumpets, and they said they put a lot of stock into the different weight and positioning of water keys, and they think it has a great effect on how instruments play. And I think that's really interesting. I think it takes like the resources of Yamaha to give a shit about that.
Oh, yeah.
But
The resources and the wallet.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Kyle said, Joy key, bro. Just put a leak in your horn intentionally.
Yep.
I agree.
Well, I mean,
That
like,
dude's kind of crazy.
I put them on for customers, and like I play the horn after, and I don't feel a leak, but you mag it, and they don't register. So it's like, I don't know. Even if you can't feel it's leaking, it's. I think leak is even the wrong. I don't know. It's just so hard to quantify.
It's weird.
I don't want to piss off Andrew Joy. I don't have any issue with that dude, but like, I don't like it.
Keith said he likes the universal water keys from Allied.
Yeah.
He thinks they're made by Inderbinen.
Oh, is that where they're coming from?
That's what he thinks.
Adams
That's what he said.
them.
I had no issues in my last job when I was in repair. We bought like 30 of those because I worked for a school district where those things would go missing all the time. So we bought a bunch of those, and they worked fine for that application. I think it was an old Bach, like TR900, whatever, something, that came in, and there was a hole in the bell, like where dent work had been done before, back in the bend in the bell. There was a hole, and I joked about putting a water key on it, and I almost did. But
Yeah,
alas.
that's kind of interesting that that's where they're coming from, because we have an Adams A5 up front, and it has literally, I call it the Getson water key, because I thought Getson makes them.
Need wire cutters? Wire cutters.
Yeah, looking for the bolt color.
Anybody see the wire cutters?
Find them.
He's going to look. We've been having great conversation tonight. I really appreciate this. This is awesome.
What the fuck did I do with it?
Can't believe you guys put up with us for this long. Anything got under there? No.
They all still here?
4 people?
Jeez.
How old is that A5? Do you know?
I have no idea. Is Kyle asking?
Yeah.
No idea. It has possibly the worst bell bend I've ever seen.
Is that the? No, that's not the horn with the ugly lacquer.
No, it's a gold plate.
Oh, okay.
Why can't I find these?
We have a lot of horns up front, and I don't know most of them, so I'm trying to remember what's what. Oh, that's the one on the cart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do remember
Gold
that.
A5. It's the bench-ass one.
Gotcha.
Why can't I find these freaking cutters? Aha!
Found them.
How they end up there. But it honestly has the most abhorrent bell bend I've ever seen in my life.
He said like the crook on his committee that was out around.
No, it's worse than that.
LOL.
This is like meal, what the fuck? It's like soap ice to the max. Cool. Get this bad boy in here. We're doing a stainless wire because we want this bell to sound good.
Do you know about Mark Ridenauer's tweakers? Tons of Chicago trumpet players have them.
Mark Rittenauer's tweakers. No, I don't. What are they?
I'm not familiar. Can you enlighten us, Keith?
I know Mark's a really nice dude.
Is he related to Brandon Ridenauer?
I don't know. He's in the CSO.
I think Brandon's a New York guy. I think he was Canadian brass for a little while. If he's not still in there, excuse me for not knowing trumpet players.
Yeah, Mark's in the CSO and plays a Fred Powell horn.
Trumpet, yeah?
Yeah. I'm gonna get sued for these live streams.
Kyle said Adams is going through a lot of rough growing pains.
Yeah.
It shows. We get some stuff that's like, we can't sell it as new. They're training new people,
Yeah.
which it happens.
I mean, I get it. It's just kind of like,
Gotta start somewhere. Keith said they're removable patches that go on certain pipes.
yes, I have seen these. There's a friend is not the right word, acquaintance, Charles, he's a pro trumpet player in Chicago. He had them on he was in Gaudete. He might still be in Gaudete, the quintet. He had them on his trumpet. That's right. They look like little blobs, I think.
Said it simulates the patches that are on a lot of the CSO-owned box.
Yeah, because Bud's...
Mark has them cast out of silver.
Yeah, they're like sterling. That's right. Bud's, because Bud's trumpets, that are like the ones they think play like amazing are like fucked up. It's like the York. Yeah, CSO Yorks. It's like messed up.
Kyle, thanks for hanging.
Is he leaving?
Have fun out in Vegas tomorrow playing trumpet.
Tell DQ I say hi, Kyle.
Tell DQ Miles says hi. Kyle.
Hey, we got a beat.
That's Bede.
Kyle, your bell's next.
111 minutes. Oh, Kyle, you're tuning out right when we start on your bell. Sorry, dude.
That's awesome.
No, appreciate you stopping by.
What do you think? Should we solder it and then wrap up?
Yeah, let's solder and wrap up.
Cool. Turned out really nice. I'm kind of shocked. Let's go over here.
He said Charles Russell Roberts, Keith.
Yes. Yeah, I think he had some on his. I think he might have played Shilton, maybe a box.
CRR, not CCR.
Yes.
I ain't no fortunate son. It ain't me. It ain't me.
Over there.
All right, I'll stop torturing you guys with my singing. I'm barely a good trumpet player, never mind a singer. Woo.
Pretty cool.
Sitting down. Look at all these projects we got going.
Trumpet
Woo,
tank
woo,
out.
woo. Look at all these projects. Lager thinner, hello. Have that out around the soldering setup. Look at the freezer. Trumpet for scale.
My new medical. I talked about the beginning, but if anyone's I got a medical grade cryogenic freezer.
By Revco. Sponsored by Revco.
Yes. Very exciting, and I got it for bending mainly, but not that I'm going to be switching to soap ice. No one will have me.
It says it's capable of going down to minus 80 C.
Yeah, it's a super low freezer.
Which we did the math at the beginning. That's like minus 112 Fahrenheit.
Yep.
Put that in context for all you
So
Antarctic livers.
I'm using it for bending, but we're gonna do some cryo instrument testing just so we can
Dispel the myth or prove it and figure it
and then make
and
a lot of money,
revolutionize the instrument world.
but probably disprove it or just make fun of it generally. This is the best way to solder beads.
Hot plate. Get your hot plate. Got some sizzle. Did you run that through the degreaser
What?
before you soldered that bead?
No. You don't want to get that water in there.
Degreaser doesn't have water in it.
Yeah, you don't want to keep the greaser in there.
It evaporates. Comes right out.
It did not. It leaves shit, and then it doesn't solder right. Trust me, Ian, I've tried everything. I used to have huge porosity issues, and it's because I cleaned the bells before I did this. Actually, I have solder for this.
You do. Where is that solder? There it is.
I'm like, why is this taking so long? Boom, that's it. That's all she wrote. Pretty cool.
Pretty.
Is everybody even still here?
Yeah, you got 4 people here.
Okay, well, to you
Keith asked if you're living at the shop yet.
I am not, but I just need to move my shit over. So probably, I really should do it this week.
He was talking about last week. We were out hanging out, you know.
I should have.
He said-
I should invite Keith to the party.
Next year.
Next year,
He
Keith
said,
party.
he said, yeah, I'm thinking about moving my stuff to the shop, but I think I'm just going to buy a new bed and put it upstairs and have one at both
I was
places.
just gonna have a new bed delivered to the shop, and then I looked up how much beds cost, and I'm not buying a new bed. That's kind of funny. Yeah, but probably this weekend, hopefully, if I can get off my ass and do it. Because you know I'm chronically lazy.
Everybody in the chat, press X to doubt.
Okay. Well, here's that bell. Look at that.
Boom.
It turned out this is going to be for a C rotary. I'll post some pictures on the channel page later, tomorrow.
After we bend
After
and
we get
install
mounted
it.
up.
And
Turned out really nice. I'm really happy. I almost fucked it up and don't even notice. Ian didn't even notice, but I'll tell him after the camera turns on what happened, because it's kind of embarrassing because it happened before on this channel. But okay, well, thank everyone for joining us.
116 minutes. We're 4 minutes shy of 2 hours.
Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm going to try to do it every Saturday. probably the earlier in the day next time. But
We can see if we can torture Colin to go through and like
Oh my
edit
God,
this
it's
into
Friday.
a. It is Friday. We can see
I
if
will
we
be
can.
doing this next Saturday.
We can see if we can torture Colin into like editing this into a
Compilation,
a
yeah.
comprehensive video, not just
I'll
us
see if I can do
rambling.
that. Yeah, I like doing.
We
the
get
live
2
thing.
hours of video.
The
Yeah,
live thing's kind of fun.
I love the chat. The
Hey.
chat feature is great.
You guys who are still watching, text me what you want the next live video to do or talk about or whatever. We'll do that. Okay? Someone come up with an idea. Well, okay. Go ahead and end it.
Peace out, everybody.
guys.
Bye,
See
Justin.
you
Thank
later.
you guys for coming by,
Thanks, Justin.
and Keith and
And Keith.
Theo and everybody else that
Keith's
was
always
around.
a good time.